You have survived the hardest decades of your life. You spent 40 years bleeding for a paycheck. You navigated economic crashes. You paid off your mortgage. You secured your pension. You finally built a fortress of absolute peace. But as you enter your 60s, a terrifying new threat emerges. It is not inflation. It is not the stock market. It is a sweet, smiling woman sitting across the table, looking deeply into your eyes, while secretly calculating the exact value of your estate. Society refuses to talk about this dark psychological reality. We are told to believe in the fairy tale of late-stage romance, but the brutal truth is that millions of senior men who possess a paid-off home and a steady retirement income have a massive, invisible target painted on their backs. You are no longer just a man. To a specific demographic of women who fail to plan their own financial futures, who are drowning in debt, and who are terrified of working in their old age. You are not a romantic partner. You are a rescue boat. You are a human retirement plan. Today we are going to issue a severe, unfiltered warning to every man over the age of 60. We will dissect the psychology of financial exploitation in late-stage relationships. We will outline the 5 undeniable red flags that prove a woman is targeting your wealth, the dark statistical reality of her long-term plan, and the ultimate strategy to protect your legacy. Let us uncover the truth. Red flag number 1, the financial interview. When two people meet and genuinely seek a romantic connection, the initial conversations are about character. They discuss hobbies, philosophies, past experiences, and shared values. But when a woman views you as a financial sponsor, the conversation subtly, yet aggressively, shifts into an audit. Under the guise of getting to know you, she begins asking highly specific, targeted questions. She asks if your home is fully paid off. She probes into the details of your pension. Most insidiously, she asks detailed questions about your children, not because she cares about your family, but because she is calculating who her competition is for your inheritance. This is not a romantic date. It is a loan application. She is performing a risk assessment on your net worth to determine if you possess the infrastructure required to fund her final decades. If a woman is overly curious about the geometry of your bank account in the first few months of dating, she has explicitly revealed her intentions. Do not mistake her financial auditing for romantic interest. Red flag number 2. She arrives empty-handed, yet constantly talks about partnership. We must examine the brutal mathematics of late-stage hypergamy. You will often encounter a woman in her 50s or 60s who brings absolutely zero assets to the table. She may have zero retirement savings. She may be renting a small apartment. She may even be drowning in credit card debt or lingering financial obligations from a past divorce. Yet, despite bringing nothing but financial liabilities to the relationship, her favorite vocabulary words are we, us, and our future. She speaks endlessly about building a life together and acting as a team. The sovereign senior man must look at this logic and immediately recognize the terrifying flaw. At 60 years old, you are not building a life. Your life is already built. The foundation is poured, the walls are erected, and the roof is sealed. When an empty-handed woman asks to build a life with a wealthy senior man, she is not offering to lay bricks. She is asking you to hand over the deed to the castle. She wants to split the rewards of your harvest without ever having suffered through the harsh winters of planting the seeds. A true partner brings equal value to the table. An opportunist brings a shovel to dig into yours. Red flag number 3. The deliberate attempt to isolate you from your family. When a predator attempts to extract resources from a target, the first objective is always to eliminate the target's defense systems. For a senior man, your ultimate defense system is your bloodline, your adult children, and your oldest, most trusted friends. Your children and friends are not blinded by the biochemical fog of romance. They possess objective clarity. They act as your early warning system. They can spot a gold digger from a mile away. Because the exploitative woman knows this, she will begin a systematic psychological campaign to isolate you from them. She will manufacture drama. She will claim your children are disrespectful to her. She will say your friends are a bad influence. She will play the victim, forcing you to choose between her tears and your bloodline. By severing your ties with the people who truly love you, she achieves total psychological control. You become entirely dependent on her reality, making it infinitely easier for her to manipulate your financial decisions. If a woman ever attempts to drive a wedge between you and the children you raised, or the brothers who stood by you, she has revealed herself as a parasite. Expel her immediately. Red flag number 4, the relentless pressure for official legal entanglement. If an exploitative woman successfully isolates you, the next phase of her operation is permanent extraction. She is not satisfied with expensive dinners or lavish vacations. She wants structural equity. The pressure starts subtly. She suggests opening a joint checking account for household expenses. Then she suggests you update the beneficiary names on your life insurance policies. And then comes the ultimate, most devastating trap, the deed to the house. She will use weaponized vulnerability. She will cry. She will claim that she feels insecure living in a house that isn't hers. She will use the ultimate manipulative phrase, "If you really loved me, you would put my name on the house so I know we are truly together." Gentlemen, placing a woman's name on your deed or merging your lifelong savings is not a romantic gesture. It is a legally binding transfer of your wealth to a stranger. If you capitulate to her tears, you have instantly surrendered 50% of everything you spent a lifetime building. A woman who truly loves you for your soul will never ask for the keys to your treasury. Red flag number 5, her appearance during your moments of ultimate vulnerability. Predators do not attack the strongest member of the herd. They wait for a moment of weakness. One of the most terrifying tactics of an exploitative woman is the calculated timing of her arrival. She will swoop into a senior man's life immediately following a catastrophic loss, the death of a lifelong wife, a financially devastating divorce, or a severe health scare. She presents herself as an angel of mercy. She becomes your caregiver. She makes herself indispensable. And through this aggressive caretaking, she breeds profound emotional dependency, positioning herself to take absolute control of your estate. But we must address the darkest, coldest statistical reality of all. Statistically, women outlive men by an average of 5 to 7 years. When a younger woman, or a woman of the same age, aggressively targets a wealthy senior man, her ultimate goal is often not to divorce him and take half. Her goal is to outlive him. She plays the waiting game. She stays by your side, ensuring that she is written into the will as the primary beneficiary. And when you finally take your last breath, she inherits the house, the pension, and the life insurance. She takes the empire you built, leaving your actual bloodline, your sons, your daughters, and your grandchildren, with absolutely nothing. So, how does the sovereign senior man defend himself against this insidious psychological warfare? How do you separate the rare, genuine companion from the financial predator? The answer is simple, uncompromising, and absolutely free. Time. Time is the ultimate flawless filter of human intention. An exploitative woman is operating on a timeline. She wants the payoff quickly. She will pressure you to move in within 6 months. She will push for marriage or merge finances within a year. You must establish an ironclad law. No cohabitation before 1 year. Absolutely no merge finances before 2 years. No transferring of deeds. No changes to the will. If a woman truly loves you for the content of your soul, she will possess infinite patience. She will respect your boundaries because she has her own life, her own dignity, and her own stability. But a woman who is searching for a retirement plan will not survive the test of time. Her mask will crack. Her impatience will mutate into rage. She will accuse you of being paranoid or unromantic. Let her be angry. Let her walk out the door. The trash has effectively taken itself out. To the society that judges you, you might appear overly cautious. They might call you paranoid. But the sovereign older man knows that paranoia is simply what the sheep call a lion's intelligence. Protecting your independence, your wealth, and your psychological peace is not an act of selfishness. It is the pinnacle of masculine maturity. Remember this absolute truth. It is a million times better to live your final chapters completely alone in perfect, unshakable peace than to share your castle with a parasite waiting for you to die. If this warning resonated with your soul, I want to hear your truth. Head down to the comments and tell me. Have you ever encountered a woman who treated you like a retirement plan? How did you protect yourself? Your scars and your wisdom will help save the men who are still walking blindly into the trap. If you found value in this deep dive into male psychology and financial preservation, please hit the like button, subscribe to the Sage Academy channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Thank you for watching. Until next time, guard your sanctuary and protect your legacy.